how do you balance the tension of living and creating in your internal thought life and love being in that space, and then the external life when we need to talk and interact with others like our families. And I love this question, Laura, because I think it's something that every single one of us faces. If you are watching live or the replay and you can relate to that tension, that feeling of, okay, I have this vibrant inner life and writing and I want to do more, but then I have this external people and responsibilities. If you have ever felt that tension, just put me in the comments. I'm actually going to type this in too, because we've all felt it. And so I love this question, and for all of you watching, if you have thoughts on how you balance that tension or things that you do, put them in the comments as I'm talking, because we all live in it. We all try different things to deal with it, and for each of us, there may be tools that worked in one season, and then now we're in a new season and it's not working, and so we have to rethink our tools. But I do want to give you some of my best strategies that have worked at various times. The first one, Laura, is boundaries, and that is both setting a writing time and having a dedicated writing space. The reason for this is that when I have a consistent time and a consistent space, it's helping me prepare and know, like, okay, this is my time to write. This is my place to write. It also does something really valuable for the people in my life. They realize this is Deanne's time to write. This is Deanne's space to write. And especially being home now, and my son is off school for the summer. He's actually upstairs doing some reading himself. But those boundaries are even more important when you have people in the same building with you. People who maybe rely on you, ask you questions, love to interrupt you, not because they're trying to interrupt you, but they either have needs or they're just like, ooh, you're around, let me talk to you. So setting those boundaries can really help and set those expectations. The second thing that kind of ties into the boundaries is communication. And part of that is first being really present with people when you're not writing. I struggle with this. This is hard for me because I find it so easy to keep writing in my mind, to keep thinking about the things I need to do. And so for me, it's something that it's an ongoing struggle. But I know that when I can set aside those things to their designated space and just be really present. And I find myself doing this especially in the evenings when I maybe didn't accomplish as much as I wanted, or there's an idea I really want to write about. I have to like almost verbally, internally say to myself, you've done enough today, put it all away, just go spend time with John and Eli. And so really aiming to be present with people when we are with them. And then also the communication is expressing our creative needs. So if we are, especially this summer, I'm having to do this more. If I am realizing I just can't think the same way and create the same way with Eli home all day, that means I speak up and I say, John, hey, can I go to a coffee shop for an hour just to focus and write this thing I've really been wanting to write? And if you don't have a partner who can help watch the kids, maybe it's asking a friend. Even the gym, like they have childcare, but sometimes I'll bring a notebook and just do a really short workout and then just write or do that creative thing that I've been wanting to do. The third thing is to find ways to integrate both of those external and internal worlds. And the ways that I do that is, one, to seek inspiration from life. So rather than see life and external things as an obstacle that's keeping me from being creative, what if I looked at those things and tried to notice how they spark creativity, or if they give me ideas for other projects? So actually not seeing as an obstacle, but like, okay, this external life, this richness in this external life, this can actually feed my writing and feed that internal world. And then the other thing to incorporate the two worlds is to share your passions. And this is something I struggle with too, because I tend to protect and hold things I care about most very close. But if I can share a part of the excitement or about the accomplishment, that mini celebration, if I can share that with John, share that with Eli, then now they're on that writing journey with me. and they can even cheer me on and participate in that instead of that, here's my writing, here's you, us, them mentality. The fourth thing that you can do is to set realistic goals. And all of these points are kind of making me laugh because these are tools I keep coming back to, but just because I'm sharing them with you does not mean I've mastered them, does not mean that they're easy. As creatives, we often see the pie in the sky, we see the possibility. That's part of why we create. We're almost reaching for that possibility. And so realistic goals, first, it means managing expectations, especially your own. Because so often I think I can do this in a day because I'm efficient, because I'm generally productive, but then things take longer, there's interruptions, and so maybe I only get this done. So every day is a releasing of expectation, is a giving yourself grace, and then celebrating those small wins. Okay, maybe I didn't get this done, but yay, I got this thing done, and celebrating that so that you don't fall into discouragement and like not enoughness by not doing the big thing every day, but like you're making progress. See the progress, notice the progress, celebrate the progress. That is so important. And then the fifth point to do as you're living in this tension is self-compassion. Because everyone lives in this tension, every creative that I know, every single one, we all live in this. And so don't be hard on yourself, don't punish yourself, don't feel like you're broken or there's something wrong with you that you're living in this tension, but instead be kind to yourself, give yourself time to rest and have downtime. So often we want to cram in everything where we're being super creative, we're being super present, and all of those things take a lot of energy. And so give yourself time to rest, downtime. For me, one of my self-compassion things right now is playing Pokemon Go in the morning as I'm walking the dog. And it's not productive, it's not bringing me closer to any of my goals, but it's just some time where I can just kind of rest and be and have fun with this playful game. And then with self-compassion, again, staying flexible. Notice what's working, what's not working. Notice your energy. Especially as women, our hormones are different every single day. So men typically have a 24-hour hormone cycle, and us, we get to wake up every day with a different amount of hormones, a different amount of energy. And so being kind to ourselves, there are going to be days when we wake up and the energy's just not there, or it's an off day. And what I love doing with off days is at the beginning of an off day, I will often try to rally or just do a fresh restart. Like, okay, this morning was crap, but now it's fresh, I'm going to restart. But if none of those things are working, then I just declare today's an off day, and I kind of let all the expectations go, let all the self-pushing go, and just maybe I need to just take a nap. Maybe I need to go for a walk. Maybe I need to cut all my goals for the day in half or a quarter or even less. And that can really be helpful too, because then you're not getting into punishing broken mode, but you're just declaring the day what it is and giving yourself permission to be. So let me just summarize how to balance that tension that we all feel. Boundaries in a writing time, of writing a physical place to write. 2, communication, fully present with family, but also expressing creative needs. 3, finding ways to integrate the worlds, whether it's seeking inspiration from life or sharing your passion. 4, realistic goals, managing expectations, especially your own, and celebrating small wins. And then 5, self-compassion. You need rest and downtime and play. Stay flexible. So I loved your question, Laura. I can't wait to see what other people are writing. Lisa, I love how you said, Lisa Parrish, instead of either or, it's a both and mentality. That's so true. Lisa, those are your exact same things. You do too. I love it. My Chromebook is essentially my notebook and pen, and so when my family sees me with it, they know it's my time to write. I schedule my time when everyone is either playing video games or watching TV together and the kids are hanging out with dad after he's been at work and no one is hungry. That's key. Everyone has received what they need and they no longer need me for an hour. Then that hour every day belongs to me uninterrupted. Then if I still have nagging thoughts outside of the hour, I can choose to take more time after everyone goes to bed. The communication boundaries and realistic goal setting has made me able to write so much easier for everyone. I love that, Lisa. Such a good, clear, like, here's how I set my family up so I can take some time. That's beautiful.